Assalamualaikum students. I hope you all are doing well. So today we have our topic human respiratory system. Okay. So we have two parts of human respiratory system. Number one is lungs. Okay. Located inside the thoracic cavity means inside the chest. Okay. And number two is air passageways. So first of all, let's talk about lungs. Okay, let's see first diagram. Let's understand first anatomy of our chest thoracic cavity, our respiratory system. So here we have two lungs, right, left. Inside our lungs we have heart. In between, in center of our both lungs we have heart. Okay, and we have diaphragm, a layer, a muscles layer downwards to our both lungs. Okay, this heart. Okay, and we have a tube. Okay, we have a tube comes from our mouth to our lungs, known as trachea. Okay, this part is known as it is like strings. It is called as trachea. Here we have box lid type larynx. Upside to the larynx we have epiglottis and glottis. Then we have nostrils, okay, tongue, plates, nasal cavity, oral cavity, epiglottis. Okay, I hope you understand. Now let's talk about lungs. Each lung is soft, okay, each lung is soft, spongy, pinkish in appearance. Okay, it is wrapped in two funeral membranes. Students, remember, it is wrapped in two funeral membrane. The space between funeral membrane is filled with fluid that acts like a lubricant. Okay, means it protects the lungs. Okay, because they are soft, spongy, so these liquid and fluid helps to prevent damage to our lungs. Okay, this makes the breathing movement easier. It also makes the breathing movement easier. Okay, lungs are enclosed in a bony cage made up of flat sternum in front, 12 pairs of ribs from front to back, where vertebral column is present. Okay, our lungs are in are covered from a rib cage. Okay, 12 pair of ribs from front to back. Okay, and the vertical column is in center. Okay, ribs are attached with intercostal muscles. Why it is ribs are attached with intercostal muscles? In the lower part of thorax, this thorax means chest, lie a sheet of muscles, as I told you before, diaphragm, a sheet of muscles. Okay, downwards to our lungs. Okay, diaphragm which separates it from abdominal cavity. Okay, this is our chest, thorax cavity. Okay, and diaphragm is in between thorax and abdominal cavity. Okay, it separates thorax cavity from abdominal cavity. Okay, each lung is made up of millions of alveoli. Alveoli is spongy. Here we have alveoli. Okay, alveoli look like this, ball like structure. Okay, very soft inside our brain. It is fundamental unit of our lungs. It is fundamental unit of our lungs. Okay, each lung is made up of millions of alveoli. Okay, now let's move towards second part of our respiratory system, air passageways. Okay, air passageways. Here we have some parts of our air passageways, which are bronchi, bronchioles, trachea, Okay, now let's talk about trachea. The internal opening of nasal sacs opens into a long tube trachea. Okay, what is trachea? Internal opening of nasal sacs open into a long tube known as trachea. In its beginning, there is a box like larynx. Okay, it is a in its beginning of trachea we have box like structure known as larynx or sound box containing vocal cords to produce sound. Okay, the opening of larynx is known as glottis, which has lid like cover known as epiglottis. Okay, we have a long tube, okay, known as trachea. In its beginning, there is a box-like structure known as larynx. Okay, it has a lid. The opening of larynx is known as glottis, and it has lid known as epiglottis. During swallowing food or drink, the epiglottis closes the glottis to prevent any food to enter to the trachea. Trachea has C-shaped cartilaginous rings which prevent it from collapsing. Okay, as I show you here, these are C type structure in trachea. It prevents it from collapsing. Okay, now let's move towards second topic, bronchi. Trachea in the center of thorax. Okay, trachea, this is our thorax cavity. Trachea is in center. Okay, this is trachea, this is trachea. Its beginning is called larynx. Larynx have okay, larynx, opening of larynx is known as epiglottis. Epiglottis has lid called glottis. Okay, now bronchi. Trachea is in the center of thorax. Bifurcate into two smaller ducts or bronchi. Okay, bronchi are the two smaller ducts. Here you can see one is attached with right lung and one is attached with left lung, sorry. Okay, each bronchus do have C-shaped cartilaginous muscles or bronchus. As you know, or as you can see, it's C-like structure. Okay, here you can see. I hope you can understand. It's C-like. No, it's C-like structure. It has C-like structure. Okay, each side enters into respective lungs, as I told and show you. As soon as it enters into the lung, it breaks into many smaller ducts or bronchioles. As you can see, it's attaching with each respective lungs and further divided into smaller ducts. I hope it's clear to you. As you can see, smaller ducts. These are bronchioles, okay? Each bronchiole is very thin tube that opens into air sac or alveoli. And I told you before what is alveoli. Alveoli is a spongy, okay, filled with fluid, are fundamental unit of our lungs. The structure of alveoli are is here, okay? Our lung is made up of millions of alveoli, okay? Okay, if you want a detailed video on process of respiration, let me know. Comment below and let me know, so I will make a video on process of breathing for you guys. I hope you understand today's topic. Stay blessed. Love.